Behind the Mirror of Music with Dannii Cohen.
Hello, and welcome to Behind the Mirror of Music. My name is Dannii Cohen. This week's guest is Harriet Chung. Harriet Chung is a multi-talented actress, singer, and dancer, best known for her portrayal of the titular role in the award-winning musical Golden Lotus, directed by Stephen Schwartz. She was a long-term member of the Toronto cast of The Phantom of the Opera and the Hamburg cast of Cats. She has since appeared in many musicals, such as several productions of The King and I, Iron Road, Starbright, Fiddler on Fire, and enjoys a celebrated recording career. I hope you will enjoy the show.
Hi, Dannii. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, and thank you for having me.
What are you doing right now in your career?
Oh, right now I'm doing a lot of fun things. Yeah, I'm recording my second album, and my biography is actually come out today. It's going to be out in like 5 minutes. And I just released a new song called As Each Day Goes By. And now I'm having a lot of great reviews, and yeah, my fans are loving the song, so I'm really, really happy.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
I thought you just did a tour or something before.
Oh no, I'm just releasing songs right now. I would love to do that one day. Yeah, I would love to.
Okay.
Yes. And we have been like, winning a lot of awards like best original music, best actress and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is a sign that we should take this further.
How did you fall in love with music and theater?
Oh, wow. This is a long time ago. I think I was born with it. Like when I was very little, I already play pretends, I gather up all the children around my neighborhood, and I say, okay, you play this part, you play that part, and you play that part, and I choreograph and we sing and dance. I grew up with music, so I love singing. I love dancing. I did ballet when I was little, and then piano as well. So it's all in one thing. This is my life. I can't go one day without singing, dancing, or playing music.
What was your first professional role or show?
Yeah, the first one. Well, I start as a ballet dancer, and then, well, actually, no, I learned all these things at the same time. But I never connected to like the singing and dancing together until I got to Canada. So I discovered Phantom of the Opera. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I can actually put my skills together, like my singing skill and my dancing skill. So I was encouraged by a director told me to go to um have the audition. So I didn't know what is Phantom of the Opera at that time. I just moved to Canada. But yeah, I went in, I did a great audition, and they want me to sing. So I I sang since I was very little. I was trained, right? So yeah, I got the part, and not until I got the part and watched the show that I knew what is Phantom of the Opera. I was like so lucky.
Did you were you there from the start with Canadian Phantom?
No, I was later on. Maybe I have no idea. Yeah, it's not the beginning of the show. I was a lot later on. I was doing a show that time, so the director in that, the choreographer in that show, told me that Harriet, you have to go audition for Phantom of the Opera. They are looking for someone like you, like can do ballet on point and can sing. So that's why I would just went in without knowing what is a Phantom of the Opera. The only musical I know is like Sound of Music that time. Because I grew up with that. I was in Hong Kong, and when there's like typhoon, we cannot go outside. So I would play the Sound of Music 3 times in a row in one day. So my drive my whole family nuts.
Is there a big musical scene now in?
In Hong Kong, yes, yes. In fact, that's I just got back 2 days ago, and they are promoting musical. And actually, we brought the world premiere Golden Lotus to Hong Kong. I was the lead, and Stephen Schwartz invited us, the first Canadian. We were the first Canadian to be invited to do the workshop in New York for ASCAP Disney. And then many years later, so we got produced in Hong Kong. So I brought this musical to Hong Kong, and it was like the review was incredible. And I was so worried because I was from Hong Kong. I don't know what to expect when I come back with a musical, but they loved it. They didn't even know I was from Hong Kong because it was a long, long time ago. And yeah, we have rave review about Golden Lotus. So in Hong Kong, and actually Hong Kong Academy for Performing Arts, they want me to go back and help them for the musical theater program. So, which I am very, very happy. I'm very honored to be able to do that.
Fantastic, because I heard it's starting to grow because they recently had a first Phantom, I thought there.
Yeah, it was a tour in Hong Kong. Actually, they were the Toronto cast. They asked me if I want to go to Hong Kong that time, but that is the timing thing. I forgot why I didn't take the contract because I was stationed in Toronto that time. So yeah, the Hong Kong, that was the touring company.
When you saw Phantom for the first time, what did you think?
Oh my God. I was in rehearsal already that time. And then well, they were teaching me individually. So I learned all these steps. And then when I first saw the show, I'm like, what? I am going to be in this? I'm like, oh my God, I won a lottery. I can't believe it. I'm like, this is magic. Like until today, I still go to see the show. I went to New York. I went to Vegas before they closed. It's still magical for me. It is still amazing. Although I did a few thousand of them, some days I was really tired, but once the music start, the magic kicked in, and I was so grateful. When I think about that, it's still like, one of the big highlights of my life. I was the ballet chorus. Yes, I was the ballet chorus, and then I after I got into Phantom, I discovered that, as I said, I can do both things in the same time. And then I saw cast audition. So I started, branching out in the musical theater thing, not just ballet, because before I came to Canada, I thought I would be in the National Ballet and that's it. I want to do my ballet. But I discovered musical. So I was like looking for a cast audition and then a Stratford audition and stuff like that. So the next step I went is to Cats. I went to Cats. I went into the audition in Toronto, but that time I didn't get it because I was not good enough. Like it's jazz, right? I was a ballet dancer. So, but I determined. I said I have to get this because I love this so much. And the singing is more demanding, and the dancing is more demanding as well. So I memorized the combination, and I practice, and I have someone helping me. She was in the show already that time. So the second time around is in New York. So I auditioned in New York, and I got the magic phone call months later. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do Cats in Germany. That was incredible.
Must have been different going from Hong Kong to Canada to Germany. So many different cultures.
I know that was, it was scary. It was scary, and it was not all smooth sailing because when I came from Hong Kong to Canada, first of all, it's the language barrier a little bit, it's the British culture. Like I was in Hong Kong, that is, we learned a little bit British accent, and now it's like the tomato and the tomato thing. And my English, I thought I was really good, but when I came to Canada, no, I was not good. So I had to learn the language and the slang and all this stuff and the culture. And when I was in the National Ballet School, I was not one of the top students because I didn't know, like here is so much better. the level is so much higher. So I have a lot to catch up on. And at one point I was like so sad that I want to give up. I'm like, I have no chance here. And then, but you know, my passion kicked in. I was passionate about this thing since I was born. So I'm like, no, I have nothing to fall back on. I just have to keep going, keep going, keep going. So I catch up and actually beyond and above them, because I have an amazing teacher called Mr. Sing Bang Fu, which is not in the National Ballet, but I met him, and he taught me everything about ballet. So I become a great ballet dancer, and then I met, you know, and I stumbled into Phantom of the Opera, and then Cats. When I got Cats, I went to Germany. Big culture shock. Well, the language, we have to learn the whole show in German. So like from Phantom, like the English show, and then beyond that is the whole show in German. I was really extremely lucky. We all have a coach, a language coach. So like especially for our solo parts, the coach will be coaching us like, you know, line by line. And they are really, really picky because German, right? Everything have to be top notch, right? There's nothing. You cannot fake anything. There's no, you know, soft part. If you're shit, they say you're shit, you know? But they really liked me because I think I have the Cantonese background. My ear was pretty good for language. So I work really hard. Some of the kids will be, you know, partying after rehearsal. I don't party. I really study really well and really hard, and I go through the steps and all this stuff. And also I cannot tap. I was a ballet dancer. I don't tap. So cats have a tap sequence in there. So they have a coach for me for tap as well. So I go home every day after rehearsal. I go home and I just drill. I just drill and drill and drill on all the steps and all the German. So I think at the end of the day, it's my hard work. It's not too much about my talents because everybody was so talented, right? And I think they're way more talented than me because they can go party, but I cannot. So I put in a lot of hard work and I did really well on stage.
You are also in the King and I.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, you did your research. You know what I did. The King and I is great. When I come back from Cats, the King and I did like actually 3 production of King and I. So I do the first one is I'm just a singer. I singer and dancer, and I do assisting choreography a little bit. And then the next couple of King and I did my I was the choreographer. So especially the most incredible one is in Gateway Theatre in Vancouver. I have such a great time there, and I was the choreographer there as well as the lead dancer. And I got a award nomination for choreography. So I didn't win it, but in my head, I already won because I got nominated. So I was really grateful, and I worked with amazing director and amazing cast there. I have such a great time in Gateway Theatre in Vancouver.
Then, of course, came Golden Lotus.
Yes, after all these productions for The King and I star in Golden Lotus. That is my life-changing role, of course. This is the biggest role I have ever done, and well, the first part was the creating of the musical. So I did a lot of recording, many songs, and then we tried it out to see if it worked, and we workshopped it in New York, Lincoln Center for ASCAP Disney. Mr. Stephen Schwartz have invited us. And I still remember that day we had the phone call, and I just like jumped out of my seats. I can't believe we got this, and we were the first Canadians. So it's incredible. And when we got there, we have our friends to direct the workshop for us, and I worked with him, Scott Watanabe, in Phantom. So he is in New York that time. He was in New York that time. So he cast the show, and we were so lucky. The Flower Drum song just closed like a few days before we go there. So he cast all the Flower Drum song artists, the whole Asian cast, but it's all in English. We sing in English, right? So we have all these incredible talents from New York on Broadway doing our production, our workshop, and we were so lucky, and I was so scared because they were like amazing talent and amazing stars that they were, at the back doing ensemble. Some of them, of course, they are leads. So we got a lot of amazing advice from the panel. The judging panel is like American Got Talents, right? It's incredible. So we got a lot of productive comments from the panel. So a lot of the song we changed a lot, and we actually, some of the song we composed on spot as well, and we learned so much from that workshop. The funny thing is, after the workshop, I said, yes, we're so good, we made it for sure. It's going to be produced in no time. But little that we know, this is really tough. Like, art is tough. People will love it. That's, oh, love your production. Come to the number. They say, oh yeah, the budget, the budget. And also it's full Asian cast, and it's written by, this is the first Asian musical written by an Asian, actually. And there's no Caucasian in it. It's tough. It's tough to sell. And it's also a very interesting story that was banned in China. So the Chinese don't want us, and the Caucasian might not understand what it is. But when we take it to Hong Kong, we don't know what is going on. And people loved it because that's a twist to the story. It's not the old story that, Golden Lotus is the wicked girl that seduce other people, seduce all these men and kill her husband. It's not like that. It's because she was trapped in that time. She's not allowed to have true love, and she cannot love who she wants. So this is like about her story, not the ancient story that is all about the sex and adultery and murder. Not that side. People loved it. The Asian people, they were like shocked that have this side of it, and the Caucasian people, they were like crying, and then they were like stand up and like standing ovation. And in Hong Kong culture, usually they don't do standing ovation because they have a little bit more reserved. But like when people get up, like they will get all the other people up, and everybody, we have standing ovations. And we were like, I didn't expect that kind of reaction from Hong Kong, and we were really, really grateful. And after that, we come back again. We work really, really hard on taking it back to North America. It's always about the number. It's always about, how expensive it is, but we're still trying. We're still trying to get this done. And then when COVID hit, we're still working on this. And one of the girl who is helping us to promote this musical, she said, why don't you try for a film festival? Because we filmed it, the whole production in Hong Kong, we filmed it. We think that this will be our archives, like, for generations to come, even if it don't go anywhere, so my children and children and children can see it, right? But we're not thinking of making a movie out of it. But she said, why don't you try? Because film festival, they will accept documentary, they will accept a musical theater film, or they accept this as a film. You never know. So we start a couple of them, and then we have like really good reviews, and we start winning like best pictures, best music, original music, best music, best actress. I got like a few of those. I'm like, what? And best original score. We have a lot of a costume and a lot of those amazing awards. So I was traveling in Spain and like Barcelona, Madrid, and to the States. We were traveling so much. I traveled 16 times this year. A lot of them are for awards for our film, Golden Lotus, the musical film. And we actually did 2 times or once in Canada, that film. But it was us in a small scale before all this award, before COVID. So we didn't know. We just wanted to try it out to let my fans or my students to watch it, and they love it. And some of the parents were crying. So we know that this is special. We know this is something good, and we can't give up on this, no matter how hard it is. We have like many interests. Actually, in Malaysia, there's an incredible theater that the audience is in the middle, and the screen is 4 side. The stage is 4 side, not the screen. So the actor will be rotating. No, I mean not the actor rotating, the audience rotating like this. And the actors will be in different stage like that. When I was in there, they were showing us how it works. I thought the stage was moving, but actually I was moving. It's like the Disney one, the carousel of whatever thing, is the audience is moving, but it was so smooth that I thought the stage was moving around us, and there was like dry ice and waterfall and stuff like that. Like we are working on this theater now, is in Malaysia, in Malaga. So hopefully this is going to work. Hopefully, I will let you know.
Hope so too.
Yes.
Do you ever consider bringing this show to Broadway or somewhere in the future?
Of course, this is our ultimate dream. Broadway is our destiny, of course. I think for everybody that's in musical theater, right? But yes, I think this is our destination, and we are not giving up on this.
I think a lot of people will love it when it does, because only today I was in a musical group where I saw a lot of Asian musical fans that they really want a production that's really made by Asians. So it would be amazing if it works.
That would be great. We are trying to do everything to get this going, because it would be a shame that we cannot put it on stage again. So we work really hard on this. We are still working really hard on this. And in fact, our the song that came out in the album, A World Away, as each days go by, those 2 songs are in my personal album. And a Golden Lotus, the musical, we have a deluxe albums as well. So please listen to that and enjoy it, and tell me what your thoughts. That's my Golden Lotus. That's my absolute favorite theater moment for sure. Yeah, it was tough because working in Hong Kong, the theater scene is a little bit different, how they work. Sometimes the directors and the writer are like fighting a little bit, and but and also the PR thing is a little bit hard. So we have to do, and it's a brand new musical, so we face our challenges. And also I'm from Hong Kong, so I know like they are a little bit mean on the on the critics, but at the end of the day, I have the best review ever in my life. So I'm very, very grateful.
Well, absolutely wonderful, because I'm sure people will love when they hear about it. And if there's already much material out there, it'll be easy to share and to tell people about it. So there's going to be, I think it's going to be very successful.
Thank you so much. And right now I'm still working hard on my second album. So I want to, like, my first album came out already and is really, really good. I have people actually tell me that they cannot live without not listening to one of the songs, like, or a few songs. They have to listen to it every day. And my second album I'm recording right now is going to have a lot of amazing songs. So I'm working hard on that, and I am enjoying it every moment. I enjoy it a lot.
Thank you for this interview. I would love to talk to you again in future about how things are going and everything.
Thank you so much. Maybe next time we can talk about my school, because I actually teach singing and dancing as well. So yeah, but this time it's just for this, and it's great. And I'm going to still work hard on what I love, and I'm very grateful.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you soon. Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Behind the Mirror of Music with Dannii Cohen.